Rand Paul was baptized in the Episcopalian Church as an infant. And in 1993, he and his wife, Kelly, became members of the Presbyterian Church, where she serves as a deacon currently. So, and sometime in the future, we will take a look at the differences historically between the Episcopalian Church and the Presbyterian Church, and the different strains of Anglicanism, the different strains of Presbyterianism. It's a very interesting and important theological discussion because both the Episcopalian world and the Presbyterian world had a profound impact on the establishment of this republic, more than any other denominations, by the way. So be careful that you don't hold either the Episcopalians or the Presbyterians in contempt. We would not have an America without them, people. It's very simple. All right. When we play this clip, I want you to listen to the jarring words that he says and then the cheers. And I'm going to tell you something that it means when he's done. Senator Paul.
Yet, as our voices rise in protest, the NSA monitors your every phone call. If you have a cell phone, you are under surveillance. I believe what you do on your cell phone is none of their damn business. I believe this is a profound constitutional question. Can a single warrant be applied to millions of Americans' phone records?
Now, some people are like, oh, I can't believe he said that. Let me tell you something. He used that word with surgical precision. He meant to jar people. He meant for that clip to be a wake-up call. Yeah, it is none of their darn business. But what was even more impressive to me about the entire speech and the cheering in particular at that moment was the youth. About half of the attendees of CPAC are young people. And if you look at President Reagan's election, amazingly, at the time, the driving force, one of the key driving forces for President Reagan's victory in 1980 were young Republicans, young voters. The first vote that I ever cast was for President Ronald Reagan in 1980. The first time I walked into a voting booth, flipped the lever in the state of New York, it was to cast my vote for President Ronald Reagan. And I did it enthusiastically. That cheering crowd that you heard, and you could hear the young voices, inspiring the youth, harnessing their energy, unleashing them into the body politic, that is key to winning an election. And what this may come down to is, hear me, the youthful vibrance of Hillary versus Rand Paul. The volunteers that are 30 and under, 25 and under, that are going door to door, passing out literature, making phone calls, raising money for Hillary Clinton or for Rand Paul. And what's actually funny is that the marijuana factor, and I'm not an advocate of people smoking marijuana, but the marijuana factor is probably going to be removed from the equation. Or it's going to tip toward Rand Paul. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I'll make the point, all right? I'm not trying to confuse people, but you've got young people that would support Hillary who are statists, who want free stuff, who want free birth control. Gimme, gimme, gimme. The government is my savior. The government is my provider. And on the other hand, you have young people who are following Rand Paul that'll say, give me freedom. I don't want free stuff. I don't want free birth control. I don't want free anything. I want liberty. And the libertarians who make up a lot of the young people are discussing the decriminalization of marijuana. Not because they're potheads, not because they're dopers and they're wild carousing people, but just because they don't think that the government should be criminalizing that. It's pretty much plain and simple. And if there's medical use for it, etc., let it happen. All of that to say that that element is going to probably not be a part of the volunteer base. What's going to matter with the youth in the 2016 presidential election is ideology, political philosophy, religious commitment. Those are going to be the driving forces of young people. And what I'm hoping is that truth will triumph over lies, because Ron Paul and those that are following him are heralding truth, and Hillary Clinton and those that are following her are heralding lies and slavery. Please, God, please give us a righteous president. Please, God. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, what kind of surgeon is Rand Paul? Did you even know that he was a surgeon? I'm not talking about a political surgeon for the body politic, but that would work. This is the voice of resistance.